Okay, why is that? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pro Scrim League's Spring Mini League. Um, Today is the first day. We have Group Blossom tonight. Handful of teams here tonight that are competing to get into the top 8 here tonight. So you get into the top 8 tonight, you move on to the next stage of the Scrim Mini League, as you'll be moving on to semis and then finals right after. I am streaming the whole group. Um, so for today, tomorrow, the 9th and 10th, I will be streaming groups. With that being said, today is Group Blossom, and with that being said, the teams in this group are Invincible, Peak Esports, Nepal On top, Ragebait, Extreme Rain, Sting Esports, Velocity, Zillionares, Infinity Reapers, Pretos On top, Eclipse Vanguard, Made in Nepal, Team Aces, Shin and Legacy, SW Esports, Celebrity Killers, Golden Phyra, New Generation, Rich Esports, Dark Side Knights. Deco, welcome. Welcome to the stream. There was a couple minutes added, so we shall see how this goes, as we are going to be getting into the first game here in just a sec, as we take a look here through all the teams that are playing tonight. And yeah, we shall see how this first game looks to go. We have quite a few teams. Rain Esports, Ragebait, some teams like those who are possibly going to be looking to definitely take that top spot. But with that being said, we're going to be seeing the first game here now. So let's see how that goes. And we're going to be getting into game number 1 now. Best of luck to these teams. And yeah, let's see who's going to be ending up in that top 8 tonight. So you want to end in that top 8 to have a chance to move on to the next stage of semifinals and so on. So best of luck to you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy the stream. With that being said, first game here. Let's see how it goes. Alrighty, guys. We're going to start off by spectating Invincible, which have SK, Finisher, Ultron, and Pro Bro. So let's see how these teams and players are going to be looking to do. Who's going to be looking to take first game to put quite a few points under their belt and just start off the night strong and just play consistent throughout the night and just wanting to take that top spot of the group and maybe even further on through the tourney. But with that being said, the playing path is going to start over here just a little below Kameshi on this eastern side, going all the way down south there, just in and up above Primorsk. So kind of going split down the middle diagonally there. So a lot of these places are going to be reachable for some of these teams. Float to some places maybe like Severny, but like places like Zarki or Novo, you're going to more than likely have to take a car towards those areas and try and loot quick if zone doesn't start to favor you. But shall see where these teams look to go and where they're going to look to fight, as we're going to be waiting for these early fights. And I'm going to try my best to cover all the fights as well. So, yeah. Let's see see how this goes, where the fights are going to begin at, and who's going to take this first game. As by the looks of it, Invincible's going to be taking Razak here. Welcome, Ray. Welcome, Shadow. Let's see how this goes. Where are these other teams at, and who's going to be looking to take the first fight? First zone does pop here, looking to favor towards the northern side. Quite a few of these teams already in the zone. As we take a look over here, new generation already the center of zone here. So maybe looking to loot up Zohnny and get set up for the rest of the game here. So let's see how this goes. As Velocity gonna be looking to take a fight already with SW Esports here. SW Esports picking up the first knock. Are they gonna look for that elimination? As Zillionares have a solo over here. Tragedy, is he gonna be looking to steal this kill? He's gonna look to do so and take the first elimination from Velocity there. But SW are a little split up as well, a little baby over here with the likes of Tech. Tech having 2 players on him here. Luxury tying up Luxury to 1 HP. As that's going to be Tech getting knocked there. Luxury being saved there. Almost being taken out. Deco here as well. They did lose Sandy, sir. Tragedy picking off one of the Zillionaires. Or picking off one of the players from SW Esports, but Zillionaires losing a player as well towards Luxury. Little baby AFK as well. I don't truly know where he is, but Zillionaires not in really best spot here so far. What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome. As we do have roll up here, looking to take the fight towards Deco, but roll up taking a lot of damage there. As now Team Aces and Peak looking to get into it here. Team Aces already picking up the elimination. As Cabero gonna get knocked there by Deep. Haiti gonna get knocked and thirsted as well. As it's now just down to Mia. Mia looking to maybe try and survive here further on. So we shall see how this goes. As Zillionaires looking to get away from SW Esports. As Team Aces are looking for this 4th player of Peak. Mia looking to get out of there. As Gambero, Heedy, and Tio Nitro being eliminated already. Gonna head over here back towards Roll Up. As Roll Up might be looking to continue on taking the fight with SW Esports. As he does look to continue to take shots, but Eclipse Vanguard already looking to get into a fight with Golden Phyra. Abigail gonna be eliminated. Tuk, Dom, and Slaughter gonna be looking to get out of there. We shall see how this continues to go. These teams slowly get into some action to start us off. That's first zone closing in. And head over here towards Velocity as they are getting nearby the likes of SW Esports. That's going to be Luxury taking off Evil. He's going to spot these other Velocity players. Start taking some shots as they try to get into the water there, but not fully connecting there. As now he's going to look the prone spray there, picking up a second knock. As now it's just down to Bot up onto the hill. Evil looking behind the tree there. Bot and Unuxify split up right now as Luxury looking to get these elims for SW Esports. But up on the hill, AK and Pump, no helmet or vest. Needs to be careful there. Unixify across the way with a level 2 helmet and vest, but a little split up from his teammates. SW Esports up to 3 eliminations, and that's going to be Luxury with all 3 of those eliminations. So, let's see how this looks to continue to play out here, as everybody's going to be looking to make their way into the zone, as Zone is pushing them up from the south side. As Luxury and Deco going to be looking to take a bike, avoiding the rest of Velocity here. Let's head on over here towards Ragebait, as they're a little close towards Sting Esports there. Sting full 4-man as well. So, as we have Rup, Ninja, and Banger, as well as Cloudy here as well. So, shall see what these players are going to be looking to do so as they make their way into the zone. Invincible having more of a central side with Nepal on top. Across the way, not too far from them either. So, shall see where they look to go and how they're going to look to do so. First game had a bit of early action, not much, but a decent amount. So let's see how this goes. As Krishna, Sohing, Turtle, and Slime 2 here. Gonna head over here towards Zillionares to be exact here, as they are passing by the likes of Ragebait. Cloudy gonna pick up the first knock there. Are they gonna look to play aggressive here? They are gonna look to go for that thirst there onto Villain, as now Roll Up looking to try to get out of dodge. Roll Up low on HP as well. Villain gonna get ran over, but Ragebait looking for more of these elims, as Ninja already up ahead of the team. Roll Up still needing to heal up, but Roll Up trying to get out of dodge there, as Tragedy is right up ahead of him, but Ninja not getting off their tail there, as the rest of the team is looking to roll up on them, as they are more than likely going to be rolling up onto Golden Phyra, as that's going to be Roll Up knocked and Thursday, as Ninja gonna lose a buggy tire, but Golden Phyra looking to continue on, as Tragedy getting out of dodge there. Golden Phyra picking up an elim. Just a trio though now, but needing to be a little careful here with taking fights, especially towards a team maybe like Ragebait having a full 4-man. Ragebait needs to be a little careful, as well as Sting not too far from them. Rep, gonna be getting spotted here, trying to get out of dodge there, but that's gonna be Ace picking up that knock and thirst immediately onto the first Ragebait player being eliminated. So we shall see how this looks to continue to go on for these teams, especially losing a player early. Velocity gonna take a knock, as well as now Celebrity Killers looking to take a fight with next new generation here, as Celebrity Killers having a knock already, picking up an elim. Gonna be looking to pick up Devil right now, as it is now just down to Taj, Envy, and Mo. Envy over here and 4-3X looking towards their way right now. As 4x4, Slay, Verk, and Devil all being revived right now. Infinity Reapers and Rain Esports now getting into it. Rain going to be picking up the first elimination there off of Infinity Reapers. Now just down to a trio, as Zillionares going to be eliminated there as well. Going to head back up here towards the north side to New Generation here, as Ragebait and Team Aces now looking to get into it. Ragebait going to take a knock there. Team Aces low on HP, trying to lay low. Drago and Sadara looking to push up here. Banger looking to try to be revived right now. Aces looking for some more elimination. Eclipse Vanguard and SW Esports taking a fight as well. Banger still just sitting in that smoke, trying to not get thirsted there as the rest of Ragebait get out of there. Pretos looking to take the fight towards Velocity here, taking out Bot. Now just down to Unixify. Unixify gonna be looking to try to get out of there. Zohnny gonna look to loot up instead of looking towards Unixify there, tagging up onto his buggy. Maybe try to make it out, but trying to get out of dodge there as Zohnny here looking to start getting a fuller here as Ninja looks to join in over here as well as Cloudy. Envy getting tagged up low on HP here right now, needing to try to make something happen for now. As he doesn't really have much meds, just boosters, so he's just gonna let so they're just gonna let the boost heal him up. As Zone still just closing in. It is second zone here. Sting not too far from the likes of Extreme Rain. Might be looking to take the fight with them as Hope. Gonna be taking some shots there onto Extreme Rain as they pass by. As now they're looking towards the likes of Pretos on top. Zohnny's gonna get knocked and thirsted there immediately by Sting. Celebrity Killers and New Generation continuing on, but Hope gonna change his way towards Extreme Rain right now. As he looks towards Extreme Rain, tagging him up. Extreme Rain gonna stop in the open there. As now the rest of Steam gonna look towards their way as well. Ace leading the charge right now. Gonna look to chase down the lines of Extreme Rain. They're moving down the edge of the coast there. Zone gonna pop up here. Fight still going on in Zohnny. Deco in the center there with Nepal on top. We're gonna head over here towards New Generation and the likes of Celebrity Killers. Celebrity Killers up to 2 eliminations here now. It's just down to Taj for New Generation. No Baby getting knocked there as well. Deco gonna be the last player alive for SW Esports. And the likes of Ragebait looking to chime in here onto this fight. Taj trying to stay alive as long as possible. Nades, Molly's coming out from 4x4. Taj just right up ahead of 4x4, trying to throw some nades himself. As nades continue coming out for 4x4. As Taj getting out of there, moving farther back of Zohnny. Ragebait might be looking to even push up a little more. Cloudy looking to do so. Devil still far away from his team. Well, bits away from his team. Pretos on top. Looking to pull up onto Unixify as well. Celebrity Killers moving through Zohnny right now. It's now Dark Side Knights looking to get into a fight already. Made in Nepal. Made in Nepal taking this fight, but there's a third party from Rain Esports here picking up their second elimination onto Dark Side Knights. Celebrity Killers picking up a knock onto Ninja. Devil gonna look for that thirst immediately. Now just down to Cloudy for Ragebait. Pretos on top, taking the fight with Unixify. Unixify picking up a knock on the likes of Kyrie and a thirst. As Util start coming down towards his way, he's gonna look to hold on to the boxes here and heal up for the meantime. Made in Nepal gonna lose a player there as well. Team Aces might be looking to third party this fight as well. Onto Pretos on top and Velocity, as now Pretos on top gonna be looking to get out of dodge, and Sting Esports over here looking to get into a fight now with the likes of Invincible and Golden Phyra, taking 2 different teams, losing Nexus now. Pro Bro right up ahead of Hope. Hope gonna throw a knee there onto Pro Bro, tagging them up. Pro Bro low on HP. SK gonna get spotted there by Hope. Hope gonna look to start pushing up with the DBS. Pro Bro right in front of him there. Not taking a shot yet with the DBS. Need to be careful of the cover fire from the rest of Invincible. Spotter gonna pick up a knock onto Ace. Pro Bro gonna get knocked and thirsted there. Sting picking up 2 knocks and thirst there already. On to Invincible. Hope looking to heal up, looking to face off against the rest of Invincible as Ultron in the open top DAC. Bro on the screen, trying to get out of there. Hope trying to hope to hit a shot there, not gonna land it there. Now Mr. Flash and Hope last 2 up as they have Golden Phyra on their backside, trying to take the fight with them. But they're trying to take the fight with Invincible. They need to make it out of there. Rain looking at Rain's down some terror onto Dark Side Knights here right now. Picking up another elimination. As Zone looking to favor towards the shooter range area here. As you can see, Rain gonna look to rotate. We're gonna head over here towards your next fight. Looking at just chill down there. Sadra looking around. Mia gonna be eliminated there by Dark Side Knights. Team Aces up to 4 eliminations. Looking around. Drago with 3 of their limbs. The Zone gonna be looking to close down. Here's just in a second. Ultron gets spotted once again. Now gonna start getting tagged up. Pretos on top. Last 2 players just down to 26Z and Snipe. Tag's gonna get knocked there by the likes of Finisher. Finisher gonna get the thirst as well as Scar and Steezy over here. Celebrity Killer's picking up a knock onto them. Vert gonna look to push up here. Vert low on HP as well as Stizzy. They're gonna be getting tagged up, but still gonna be able to get in. Gonna be looking to heal up here. Needs to avoid the nades that are about to start coming down towards the side. Celebrity Killers have to move in 1 by 1, so this might be a little easier for him to hold off as they're still in the zone. SW Esports gonna get eliminated there now. Stizzy gonna look to cook up some needs here and just wait it out as Pretos on top, still above. Team Aces looking to make their way in now, pushing up onto Made in Nepal as they do spot Mr. Zoro. Mr. Zero gonna get eliminated there as Drago up to 4 eliminations. Team Aces looking to have some time of their lives here, picking up these elims. Up to 5, still plenty more to go. Celebrity Killers trying to keep the likes of Steezy in the bunker right now as they're looking towards Golden Phyra. Golden Phyra up on the hill, looking to play that edge side right now, trying to keep themselves alive. It has a trio. Zone does pop, looking to favor towards the ball on top. Rain over here, maybe looking to take a fight here. As there are plenty of teams and players. Infinity Reapers taking out Cloudy, Rain, Evie, Arima, Bot, and Bama Boys here. Looking to push up onto Infinity Reapers. They're aware it's Infinity Reapers, especially after seeing the kill feed. Arima gonna get knocked there by Noobs. As now Knight picking up a knock there onto Bot. Evie gonna get knocked there as well. Knight low on HP, and that's gonna be Knight picking off Rain 1 by 1. As now the team of Aces looking to join in. They're here in this fight. They're looking to third party. Now Team Aces looking at third party this fight, picking up a knock onto Noobs, looking towards Knight right now. Sadra throwing some nades. Now now they're going to look to make their way in. Going to be looking to just gatekeep the likes of Infinity Reapers. As the likes of Nepal on top, looking to join in onto this fight. Slime 2 trying to join in, try maybe pick up a PM or two onto Infinity Reapers. Infinity Reapers try to make something happen. Not lucky. Getting really unlucky there, getting knocked. Sauter getting looked at by Slime 2. But Knight and them going to be looking to try to make their way in. Slime 2 running his way in. Celebrity Killers trying to make their way in towards them. As Team Aces looking towards the rest of Infinity Reapers here. As Pure Noob's going to be the last one alive. Pretos on top getting knocked there as well. Nepal on top looking towards the likes of Celebrity Killers. Mr. Flash being the last one alive here for Sting. Gonna look to try to play the edge here. They're up to 5 eliminations. Looking to try to get into the placement points. As Nepal on top, continuing getting favored here with the zone. They need to be careful playing it split up. Devil looking towards Invincible's way as his team is trying to get revives. Up to 10 eliminations here. As Slay looking to try to be revived right now. Steezy here getting out of the tunnel. 0 eliminations for the team so far. So we shall see how this goes. As needs going out, but Steezy gonna get spotted there by Drago as Aces surrounding them. Aces looking around on the edge side here as Invincible right next to him, as well as Celebrity Killers. They're trying to clear out the edge side. Do they spot Invincible's there? Sauter does. Gonna look to see switch there. As now they're possibly going to all look to start playing aggressive towards this way of Invincible. Sauter going to crash. They're not going to be able to get out of the car. They're going to look for the thirst there onto Sauter. Are they going to maybe look to start using some util here? The Celebrity Killers are looking to try to join in on the fight. They pick up a knock there. Now they're going to look towards Invincible. Taking the shots towards him. Picks up a couple tags there. As Deep is knocked right now. Invincible trying to make their way in. Ace is going to start taking their shots as well. Noops. Last one up. But going to be eliminated there by Nepal on top. Ace is just down to a duo. Nepal on top. Holding their split right now. Trying to pick up these Eons. Mr. Flash is alive as well for his team. But Slime 2 going to get spotted there by Celebrity Killers. Celebrity Killers trying to pick up this Elam onto Mr. Flash. Mr. Flash going to get eliminated there. As Celebrity Killers up to 12 Elams now. As Nepal on top versus Celebrity Killers here. A 4v. What is that? 2 players. Slime 2. Gonna be calling out a early here. Nepal on top is aware. Getting zone blessed. Now they're looking for Slay and Devil. Last 2 players alive. Celebrity Killers having a good amount of Elams as well as picking up some placement points here as well. Turtle low on HP. Turtle gonna spot Slay there, but Turtle needs to be careful not to get knocked by that DBS. Already being low on HP. Gonna get spotted there by Slay. Zohnny getting knocked as almost getting knocked onto Devil, but Slime 2 picking up. Getting knocked there now, just down to Celebrity Killers versus Zohnny 2v2. Devil gonna get knocked there now, just down to Slay. Slay looking towards the way of Zohnny. He has some nades that he could possibly use, but he's gonna start using some smokes out here and use the callouts from Devil as needs start going towards the way of Zohnny. He picks up that knock. Is it gonna be the duo that picks up the win? Slay gonna be aware of Krishna moving around him, but Slay gonna use the cars here now to look to heal up as well. As the zone's gonna look to push him in, come out his way. Krishna is gonna look his way as he just needs to hit him one time as he throws a nade there, and that nade is gonna connect as they pick up those final 2 eliminations onto Celebrity Killers. Picking up 11 eliminations, but Celebrity Killers picking up 15 in the second place. Sting doing good as well, picking up placement points as just Mr. Flash was the last one alive, picking up 3rd with 5 eliminations. Team Aces going out in 4th there with 9. Invincible going out in 5th there with 3. Infinity Reapers going out in 6th with 5. Velocity going out in 7th with 1. Extreme Rain going out in 8th there with 0. And Pretos on top, missing out on that top 8 with only 1 elimination there. So now we take a look at the rest of the results here. As that is the first game here as well. Zillionares going to be the first team eliminated, going out with 1 eliminations to their name. Let's take a look at stars of the match. Lay going all out with 5 eliminations with best companion and the finisher to Krishna. We're going to be right back. We're going to have live results, so do stay tuned for that. But with that being said, we are going to be right back. Alrighty, guys, here are the results after the first game. As you see, Nepal on top in first place, but being tied with Celebrity Killers here, both with 21 points. But Nepal on top so far, being in first place, with the win being the tiebreaker. Team Aces in third, Sting Esports in fourth, Infinity Reapers in fifth, Invincible in sixth, Rain Esports in seventh, and SW Esports in and off the top 8. For the first game here, we do have 3 more games, I believe. So, yeah, this should go well. And, yeah, we shall see how this goes for the rest of the matches. And hope you guys do enjoy the rest of the game. So, yeah. It's 5 games, actually. I am wrong. It's 5 games. So, just stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys in the next game. So, do stay tuned for that. And, yeah, we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we're going to be getting into the second game here now for tonight, as we are going to be getting into the likes of Miramar. The first Miramar of tonight. There is 2 Miramars. There's 2 Erangos and 1 Sandhawk. So, shall see how this goes, as we have 3 more games right after this one. We've seen the likes of Nepal on top taking game number 1, almost losing that as well. Barely just getting that final elimination due to Celebrity Killer's player being low on HP and needing the hill, but Zone pushing him in. See, there was going to be the nade or Zone taking him out, but we shall see how this goes, as the likes of game 2 here will be going on. Celebrity Killers and Nepal on top are tied for first right now. Nepal on top have an advantage right now just with the win, with 21 and 21 points. So we do have the rest of the night to see how it does go for these teams, and we're going to be getting into this second game here now. So let's see how it goes here, and yeah, best of luck to all of them, and we shall see how this goes. Welcome again, everybody. Welcome to the stream. So let's see how this goes as we get into game number 2 here, as we're going to be getting into Miramar. As I've said before, we do have 1 more, but we have a Sandhawk just beforehand. So let's see who's going to be looking to take this game, as we are going to be getting into the plane here. Going to be started over there on the east side, just on the back side of Impala, in front of those eastern islands, going all the way up to the north side, passing by through La Cabaria, as you can see there. And we shall see how this game goes for all these teams, as game 1 may have not went their way. So they're going to be looking to maybe try something different here on this map, even though it is Miramar. But hey, shall wait and see on just how it does go for these teams and players. As everybody's now starting to look to drop out of the plane. So let's see how this does go for these teams, and who's going to be looking to take an early fight. Let's take a look at the map here. Let's see who's going to be looking to take the fights. Do have quite a few teams next to one another. Sting, Peak, as well as DS Darks. Side Knights, all right by one another. Nexus is right next to Tio Nitro. Is he going to be looking to play aggressive? He has a DBS, he has an MK, but possibly going to be looking to trade it out there for the Tommy gun, so he can have an automatic there. And more than likely, the rest of his team's going to be looking to push up as well with him by the looks of it. The rest of the team looking to grab guns, looking to help out their teammate to take out this player from Peak. As Peak is a little split up as well, so it's going to be a little harder for them to get to their teammate, as Ace and Hopeless going to be looking to make the likes of Tio more hopeless than ever, as that is going to be Peak getting knocked there, as Eclipse or Infinity Reapers and Velocity here getting into a fight as well. As now Unixify and Evil looking to try to take these Infinity Reapers out. As now it's just down to Unixify. Infinity Reapers picking up these knocks left and right. As SW Esports and Eclipse Vanguard as well looking to get into a fight. As pure noobs looking to move around. They're looking for the thirst. As we have Lee Minho. As that's going to be Eclipse Vanguard losing 2 players already. Now it's just down to Don Wook and King Jung. So we shall see how they look to continue to play this out as a duo. So they have 2 teams on each side of them. Dark Sting looking to push back down into San Martin, as they have Dark Side Knights right next to him. Ace gonna get knocked there. Dark Side Knights in the brick building. Ace gonna be looking to get revived there by Nexus for right now. Hopeless setting in the building. Crossover. It's Eclipse Vanguard and SW Esports continuing on the fight. Chiga being spotted there by Hopeless. Hopeless gonna pick up that knock, leaving them very hopeless here, as tagging up another player there. 888 getting tagged up there, as Herbert is across the way. It's now just down to Bea Poo. As Nexus is going to get knocked and thirsted there immediately by Herbert. Herbert looking for that knock and thirst. Ace looking to cook a nade to try to throw onto Herbert. Herbert setting on the rooftop there. So if Ace could get a nade off there, he could possibly land it and get the knock. So we shall see how this looks to go, as the zone is looking to close in here. Not many teams in this first zone, so they are going to need to be looking to try to get things moving. SW Esports, 3 eliminations on to Eclipse Vanguard. Eclipse Vanguard having just King Jung here, last player up for the team, trying to make everything possible, but needing to be careful as well on trying to do so. As now Team Aces and Rain Esports getting into it here now. Let's Peak Esports not too far away, as Aces lit another knock there on to Rain Esports. Bama Boys being knocked down. Let me get thirsted there by Sadara, and the likes of EB gonna start taking some shots there, but the rest of Rain getting pulled up on, as now it's just down to Arima. Arima getting quite a bit away there from his own team, having just a bicycle here, as Team Aces dismantle him left and right. SW Esports and the likes of King Jung here picking up another elimination onto SW Esports. SW Esports letting down their guard, as now they lose another player, as King Jung gonna be eliminated there by Sojo Sabin, picking up that final elimination there onto Eclipse Vanguard. Dark Side Knights continuing on their fight. Ace is going to get knocked and thirsted. Now just down to Mr. Flash and Hopeless. Hopeless pushing up already here. No, actually looking to maybe take the Murado here. Scar and DBS in his hands and on the back of his bag. So now the rest of these teams looking to make their way down south to the zone. So we shall see how that goes. So let's see how this looks to continue to go on here. Hopeless looking to crawl around for now. Trying to keep his team up as a zone. Looking to continue shifting now south. That southern island still being favored into the zone as well. Could head all the way down there. Celebrity Killers looking to rotate down as well as Tragedy is a little bit away from his team. Useless and Tech still all the way up north for right now. So we shall see how that goes. They're looking to make their way in. Zillionares need to be careful because they might just be on the board for Celebrity Killers here. Make their way in. Ragebait looking to do the same. Darkside Knights and Sting Esports still in San Martin there as well. Everybody making their way into the zone slowly but surely. Need to be careful on where they go because majority of this map might just get taken out from the likes of zone. It's now Team Aces and SW Esports looking to get into it now. Deco already being knocked there, but SW Esports getting pushed up on. Drago with the DBS for Sojo with the SOK. As that's going to be SW Esports eliminated there by Team Aces. Kaiser being eliminated already here. As now let's head on over here towards Ragebait. Banger up above the team they're next to, as it is Peak Esports here. Needs to be careful. Banger getting tagged up there already. I see a third party from another team here soon, so Banger needs to be a little careful. As Nepal on top, not too far away. Mr. Flash is going to get knocked. But the likes of Peak Esports here looking towards Banger's way. Banger on 3x Mia getting tagged up there. The rest of Ragebait looking to crash in here. LWJ looking to cook up some needs. And Molly's here. Well, actually just Molly, because that's all he has. Is Ninja's looking to throw some needs. Picking up a knock on Tahiti. Molly's continuing to go through. Mia being heard here. Mia's going out towards LWJ. LWJ gonna get knocked there now. That's Ninja. Cloudy needing to get the reset. Another knee going out. Getting the thirst there. Cerbero. And the likes of Mia here. Last one's alive. New generation might look at third party. Cerbero looking to push out. Gonna need to look to heal up here as well. As new generation looking to move around. Gonna be looking to avoid in this fight. Cerbero pushing out. Gonna get knocked there by Lights and Ninja now down to Mia. Mia low on HP. Banger gonna look to throw out a Molly there, as that's gonna get Mia there. As now they're gonna look for the reset on to Cloudy now. New generation moving up ahead. Everybody looking to make their way into the zone. Looking to set up. Celebrity Killers getting nearby. Maybe they will get by the center bridge there, especially if the zone looks to favor that that southern island. Could get themselves set up as Golden Phyra in Nepal on top. Now looking to get into it now. Let's go and fire. Pick up that knock. Now they're going to look to start playing aggressive towards Zohnny. Zohnny is by himself as the rest of his teammates are up on the hill here. Slime, Krishna, Turtle, all up on the hill. Zohnny on top of that cement building, not brick. Golden Phyra looking up the hill right now as zone is closing in to see where this zone goes. As everybody's starting to set themselves up close by a bridge or something so they can try to make their way in to this next zone. Slaughter, Abigail, and Tuk Tuk going to be looking to move back towards Dom's way to regroup as zone looking close in here fully in the 10 seconds right now. As we shall see where this zone goes. Is it going to go down south completely where these teams are going to be looking to have to maybe try to take bridge? But nope, it does not. It does just back up. Chumacera still being in the zone. Minas Del Val being in the center of zone right now. So we shall see how this goes. As now the southern team's going to have to look to make their way up to the zone. Into other teams already being set up. Pretos on top, more on the center side here. Need to be a little careful as they could get surrounded on these little ridges and hill. As now Ragebait and Nepal on top getting into it now. Nepal on top picking up a knock, but Ragebait gonna lose a ninja there. So now they're just down to Banger and Cloudy, trying to find a place into the zone. Infinity Reapers and Golden Phyra. Golden Phyra picking up another knock onto Infinity Reapers. Infinity Reapers losing a player there as well from Celebrity Killers. Celebrity Killers up in front here of Golden Phyra. Golden Phyra might be looking to take the fight here with Celebrity Killers. Celebrity Killers might be looking for some more eliminations here after having such a good game in the first one. As everybody making their way into the zone. Couple teams up north for Sting and 4x4 here, trying to make something happen. Golden Phyra trying to make it up here, trying to get different angles. Abigail smoking themselves out. 4x4 spotting them. Gonna look to move a little more left as looking to run back. Dom giving that cover fire. Dom has 4x4 not being able to see Abigail there run fully backwards. Being blind there. The smoke wasn't fully covering them as Abigail ran back there, but Dom giving that good cover fire for their teammates. Golden Phyra gonna look to back off, look to take a compound down the hill as zone gonna look to start moving in. Zillionares looking to take the fight with Invincibles now. Invincibles do take a knock there as now it's just down to Ultron, Pro Bro, just the likes of Finisher and SK. SK gonna get revived there. Finisher getting that reset, gonna be looking to try to make their push into Zillionaires. Taking their shots towards the duo. Find the exploded car. As Tragedy useless in Tech need to make their way in. Tech gonna look to move out the zone. Instead, gonna change his mind. Useless going for a higher angle here above Invincible as they look for the reset as well as pick up their teammates. Useless gonna spot that out, but Useless gonna get knocked there by Pro Bro. Invincible can possibly take advantage of this after picking up that knock as Useless does get thirsty there, but that's gonna be Team Aces. Golden Phyra taking a fight, getting Abigail back up. That's gonna be Ragebait nearby being the ones taking those shots as the zone is closing down. Shall see how it goes, where it's going to be looking as it is looking to favor towards Pretos on top, Zillionaires and Invincible. All these teams all on the eastern side and the south side of the zone needing to make their way in. As Pretos on top being fully favored so far, keeping their team alive as a 4-man snipe. Zohnny 226, 222 Gs, not 226. Kari, as now the likes of Golden Phyra and Extreme Rain now getting into a fight, as well as Golden Phyra losing Abigail now to Extreme Rain. The Reapers, their solo making it through between Golden Phyra and Made in Nepal. So now Golden Phyra gonna look to make their way in. Team Aces having a solo drag, go pushing up ahead, going through all these teams right next to him. As Drag is gonna hop out here, using the car, gonna pull off the S12 and get the knock and thirst onto Envy. Gonna hear these other cars pulling up on him though. Gonna look to try and heal up while driving. As Reaper gonna get knocked there by the likes of. That's gonna be Reaper getting thirsty as Team Aces looking to fully push up here. Pretos on top, not too far away either. They're wanting to push this actions here. Zohnny looking to push up with 4 Pretos on top. As Aces not in the best spot here, as they have teams coming up behind. Ace moving a little backside here, as Dark Side Knights slowly pushing up. Herbert gonna be heard here by Deep. Deep is gonna be aware of him. Deep gonna hop back in his car. Shots coming towards his way. He's now gonna look to regroup his team as Draggle gets knocked and thirsted here soon. Not gonna be able to be saved, as that's gonna be new generation, as it's just down to believe. As Dark Side Knights taking those shots. That's going to be 888 there. Getting elimination. Banger over here in the shed. As Ragebait trying to hold off Made in Nepal. That's going to be Cloudy there. Taking up a knock onto Zoro. Sight Bro trying to make his way up here, as they need to make their way into the zone and not eat. Moving around. Banger going to get knocked there. Sight Bro gonna look for the run over there, as Zane does get it. Golden Phyra looking to join in here. Slaughter trying to find where Zane is from the likes of Made in Nepal. That's there. Zane being saved there as Golden Phyra trying to keep themselves alive there, as that's going to be Nepal on top. Krishna being the last player up here for Nepal on top, but that's going to be Golden Phyra aware, as now Slaughter looking to throw a nade out there towards Krishna. Krishna might have just been saved there as the nade didn't go out. Celebrity Killers and Zillionares looking to get into it. Celebrity Killers still up here and moving with 4 players. They have only just 1 elimination just yet, but there's plenty more of the game to go, as Tragedy trying to make his way up, and the rest of Celebrity Killers trying to push up here as well, as the rest of Zillionaires who are not in the best position. Teammates slowly making it to him just yet. 4x4 getting that cover fire. Tech looking for a molly down, as Tech being spotted there. Tech down to 1 HP. Slay getting knocked there. 4x4 pushing up, gonna get knocked there. Celebrity Killers just down to Verk now, but Pretos on top looking to join in on the fight here, as they're gonna spot Verk there. Verk getting back up. Verk the snipe not being able to fully hit all those shots there. Now Verk getting out of there, as keeping Celebrity Killers alive. Invincible looking his way now. That is going to be Celebrity Killers more than likely eliminated here, unless Invincible going to take a knock there. Finisher. And now that's going to be Pretos on top, getting that last elimination on Celebrity Killers. Zillionaires looking up their way, losing Useless, as now they need to make their way up. As Unixify taking a fight over here, picking up one knock, but that's going to be tags, getting the final elimination onto Velocity. Pretos on top, holding off all angles for now, keep getting zone blessed over here in their compound, making the most out of it right now, trying to get the reset onto their teammates as everybody's trying to make their way up here. Golden Phyra pushing up here. Zillionares going to use tech as now they're just down to tragedy. As Kyrie looking to move around. They're going to look to give up this edge side and let these teams push up and fight for that side. As it's just Golden Phyra and Darkside Knights. They have more teams down towards their southern side as they have Extreme Rain. Tragedy gets blocked, tags their Tragedy picking up the knocks onto Yui. As Zillionares just down to Tragedy. Tragedy with the S12. Steezy, last one alive. Steezy, 1 HP. S12. Gonna get the thing done there. As that's gonna be Tragedy getting the 3-piece there onto the likes of Extreme Rain. As Tragedy gonna heal up now. Looking to start moving up here for Zillionaires. Pretos on top. Gonna be looking to start playing aggressive towards his way here. Looking to try to scout out. Maybe actually here. Just scouting out the side here. Zone looking to move in. Tragedy gonna be looking to try to make his way in as Golden Phyra making their way up. Gonna be looking to make their way down into the warehouse soon as maybe spot out Tragedy there. As Invincible taking the fight. Tragedy gonna get spotted by Tuk Tuk as Tragedy needs to be careful. As top, especially need to be careful. Kyrie low on HP. Darkside Knights making their way in. Tuk Tuk continue taking shots towards Tragedy. Tragedy trying to get in somewhere. Tragedy making it into the warehouse, but Pretos on top gonna spot him. That's now Pretos on top, spreading themselves out, and also just getting surrounded by all these teams. Golden Phyra making the pushing as you see the zone being favoring this compound the whole time. Pretos on top trying to keep it that way and make it theirs. As there's plenty of more eliminations here as SK being hill glitch. Kyrie trying to take those shots. As now they're going to be looking to make their way into the zone and get and regroup with their teammates. Slaughter needing to make his way down as Golden Phyra being a trio. Losing Abigail earlier on. Having some eliminations. Invincibles looking towards Darkside Knights. 0 elim so far. As 888 being the last one alive for Darkside Knights. 6 eliminations. Picking up the top 4 so far. So there is plenty more to go. So we shall see how this continues to play out. And how 888 is going to get in. Are they going to possibly spot Golden Phyra's players moving in as they do spot out Invincible? They pick up the knock on the Provo. Looking towards finisher. Getting the knock on to finisher. Now just down to SK and Ultron. Ultron throwing out the future here. SK making a way in. Nade's coming out this way. As SK going to get eliminated there by Pretos on top. Kyrie going to get knocked there to the play zone. Pretos on top versus Golden Phyra. Golden Phyra need to try to make something happen here as they need to move in. As Pretos have 2 knocked right now. But Tuk Tuk gonna get knocked instead. Pretos might be looking for this win up to 8 elimination. Looking for another 3 here. As Zohnny 1 nade 3 smokes. Having the zone for his team. Shall see how this goes. As Golden Phyra need to make something happen as these 4 players are aware that Zohnny moving out. But Slaughter gonna look to Tuk Tuk as well. Tuk Tuk low on HP. Slaughter moving in with the UAZ. The rest of Pretos gonna be looking to do the same as well as Golden Phyra. Dom pushing in. Tuk Tuk gonna look to pick the exploded car. Dom pushing into the building. As Kyrie does get knocked out by Slaughter. Slaughter trying to move around the corner. As they're spotting snipes. feet there, looking for the knock. That's going to be Snipe getting the knock. Instead, as Snipe gets knocked there as well, Slaughter looking for 22 Gs there. As now it's just, that's going to be Golden Phyra taking the final one there. Losing players left and right there towards the end. But Pretos on top, taking knocks left and right as well. As that's going to be Golden Phyra taking game number 2 here. With 11 eliminations going to their name. As Pretos taking second place. As they pick up 8 eliminations to their name. Invincible going out in third there with 0 eliminations. Dark Side Knights going out in fourth there with 7. Zillionares going out in fifth with 4. Extreme Rain going out in 6th with 2. Nepal on top going out in 7th with 3. Velocity going out in 8th with 0. Celebrity Killers going out in 9th with 1 elimination there. Missing out on that top 8. And right now, starting to have a decline after that first game there. Was it a fluke? We shall see as we now take a look at the rest of the results here now. And some of these teams keeping up with their elims, but not placement points. Just take a look at the bottom here as Eclipse Vanguard going to be the first team eliminated, picking up 2 eliminations so far to their name. Not going out empty-handed, but not getting any placement points. As we take a look at stars of the match, Sauter going all out, 5 elimination, Golden Phyra, Dom, Best Companion, and Slaughter for the finisher as well. So that's going to be game number 2 done and dusted. We have 3 more games to go. We'll have results as well for after that second game. So do stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we're going to take a look at Game 2 results here. As Golden Phyra going to be the team in first place now with 26 points. Nepal on top taking second place with 25. Team Aces taking third with 23. Celebrity Killers falling down to 4th with 22. Pretos on top, taking 5th there with 15. Dark Side Knights in 6th with 13. Sting Esports taking 7th there with 12. Invincible taking 8th there, being the final cutoff for the top 8 with 11 points. Not much difference with the points right now. We still have 3 more games, so you still make anything happen, especially if you're more down towards the bottom. If you pick up a win with a good amount of kills, you can put yourself up there in the top 8 and then play consistent with throughout the rest of the matches. And with that being said, we are going to be right back with the final 3 games, as we are going to be heading into Sandok next. So do stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the stream. Yeah, we'll be right back. As now, guys, we're going to be getting into the game 3 here. Halfway point. So if you don't have a good game now, and some of these top teams continue to gain points, so if you don't gain the points now, more than likely, the next 2 games you're not going to be able to do the same, because some of these teams are going to have the point advantage over, the point lead over you if you can't get those points. So, I mean, if you can't get those points, may as well stop trying here for this group and maybe have a chance in the next group. But with that being said, we're going to be getting into the 3rd game here soon. So, let's see how it goes. Can we see these top 8 teams continue putting up points and making sure nobody else is able to get in to the top 8 and try to move them out from it and ruin their chance at moving on to the semis? Because right now, Invincible being at 11 points right now, being the cutoff, it's not a lot, but it could be a lot towards some of these teams towards like the bottom, with especially having 0 points. I mean, But we shall wait and see how this goes as we get into the third game. We're going to be headed into Xanok. Then we have our next Miramar and Erangel right after. So we shall see how this looks to go and how it's going to play out for the rest of these teams. And especially the top teams. So best of luck to them in the Sanhok. And yeah, let's see how this goes. Let's get into the plane here at Sanhok. A smaller map compared to the other maps, but it is going to start off towards Nai, going all the way down towards that west side, just above Ruins and Tambang. I mean, you might be able to float it off towards like the Dock, Camp Charlie area there, but we shall see as more of these northern areas are going to be reachable easily for these teams. But we shall see here as we get into this one. We might see the fights happen a lot sooner due to the map being a little smaller. Teams are going to hear those shots and start moving quick to try and join in on the fight to pick up kills. Because if you don't pick up kills in the early game, just playing it slow there, you may not pick up any kills at all, playing it a little too passive. As we do have celebrity killers here and Invincible landed here on top of one another. As Axe is looking to take the push onto Verx right now. Verx trying to avoid that DBS there. Only getting just a crossbow here. As he needs to try to make something happen. Devil looting up as well. And Og's building. Devil has a DBS and a Tommy gun. But no helmet or vest. So he's going to be one tap here. Needs to be a little careful as the rest of the team is looking to heal up. As SW Esports going to take a first loss there to the likes of Peak Esports there. Peak Esports, Sabero going to pick up that first elimination of the game. Deco up ahead on the ridgeline here with the M4 and AK. Deco, what can you do? You have a level 3 vest, but no helmet. Going to be the one thing that's possibly going to cost you. Infinity Reapers and Rain Esports on top of one another. EB going to pick up the knock there. Arima, EB, Bot, and Bama Boys all here. Knight going to get thirsted there. As now it's down to the rest of Infinity Reapers. Arima going to jump down to look to help out EB. As now they're looking to push up. EB going to be taking the sprays there. Eagle going to get knocked there by Heedy. Need to be a little careful with pushing in. Ash, G6 does get knocked. Arima going to be pushing around with the DBS. Going to push into the building as Pure Nups going to get knocked there by Bot. As now it is just down to not lucky. Living up to the name as he's just down as a solo. As the Eclipse Vanguard looking to third party the fight. As they do spot, not lucky there. As that's going to be Infinity Reapers being the first team completely wiped out. As the Eclipse Vanguard looking to third party this. EB up close, not too far away. Might catch one of these players off guard. He's going to spot off Lee King. But he's got to get knocked there. As Bama Boys looking to come and help out his teammate. But he's going to look to get the reset here. Bama Boys needs to heal up. Lee King need to heal up as well. Bot trying to help out. Bot not being able to have the perfect angle. Arima gonna get knocked there by Aces. Bot looking to try to keep his team and his visual as Eclipse Vanguard looking his way as well. Bama Boys and EB here trying to hold off Eclipse Vanguard as they're gonna get knocked. As now it's just down to Bot. That's gonna be Rain Esports eliminate Eclipse Vanguard. Picking up those elims. Team Aces picking up one as well there. As maybe just leave on as Golden Phyra. Looking to maybe surround the likes of Celebrity Killers and Invincible. Celebrity Killers picking up one elimination just so far here. On to Invincible. Invincible not having a good last game. Celebrity Killers also not having a good last game, but still staying in that top 8 after their very first game. So we shall see how this game looks to go for them as they're looking to clear out Invincible, but need to be careful of Golden Phyra. Dom, Ari pushing down towards the warehouse. SK not too far away, but Ragebait and the likes of Dark Side Knights looking to get into it as well in boot camp, with the likes of Extreme Rain not too far away. Dom looking to move around. SW Esports and Peak Esports looking to continue on. Trading off left and right. Luxury 1 HP. Luxury going to get knocked there by Ace. Ace is going to look for that first elimination for Sting. Now down to Sojo Saban. Celebrity Killers moving closer here towards Invincible. SK going to get knocked there by the likes of SK. Don't know if it was SK, but Finisher going to get knocked there. SK being knocked. So that's going to be Invincible all eliminated there, as now Celebrity Killers looking to face off against Golden Phyra. As now they have a 4-man in front of them. Team Ace is looking to take the fight with New Generation. New Generation push, getting pushed down on by Team Aces. Team Aces already taken one out. Now it's just down to Envy and Believe, as well as Reaper. Reaper being more on the backside here, as he's going to look to start spotting out Drago and Deep, as Kaiser's still here as well. He needs to be a little careful, as Kaiser's going to be the one he wants to take out first. Kaiser cooking up a nade. Reaper going to look to take those shots, but Reaper going to get knocked there. Now just down to Believe. Team Aces taking out New Generation one by one. Now just down to Believe. Believe being spotted here by Sadara, as that's going to be New Generation eliminated. And Team Aces up to 5 eliminations. Ragebait taking some casualties here, but picking up these eliminations left and right. LWJ trying to face off against a DBS. That DBS is going to be better there so far. As Extreme Rain trying to join in onto the fight. As Biaba Doobie needs to avoid the nades there, as that one's going to get him down to 1 HP. Extreme Rain going to get knocked. Steezy going to get knocked and Thirsty there immediately. Ninja pushing in, as that's going to be Dark Side Knights eliminated there by Extreme Rain. Golden Phyra and Celebrity Killers continuing on. Celebrity Killers taking out one of Golden Phyra. Up to 5 eliminations. 4x4 just laying on the wall right now. As their fight continues on here in boot camp between Ragebait and Extreme Rain. Extreme Rain just down to a duo there. As Ninja's looking to push back, as Cloudy's looking to heal up right now. But we shall wait and see. Ninja being saved there by Banger. Banger picking up the knock onto Scar. So now it's just down to Tags and Yui. As Tags does get knocked there by Cloudy's Molly. Yui, last player up. Cloudy looking to make the push up here, as well as Ninja. As Tags gets thirsty there. Yui trying to keep themselves alive here for their team. Extreme Rain setting in the corner right now, holding off Ragebait, looking for these eliminations. As Ragebait making sure they clear out all the corners. They might just be aware that Yui is in this building here. Cloudy with his back towards him, as they do spot him, as Ninja does get knocked there, as Cloudy does get the final elimination onto them. Celebrity Killers making their way in. Sting pushing up onto Sojo Saben, as they, after taking out of SW, so now they're looking to take him out completely. Sojo gonna be eliminated there by Ace, picking up those 2 eliminations onto them, keeping up the limbs here for their team now. As now the likes of, who is that there? That's gonna be Peak, the duo, the last 2 alive for Peak Esports here, trying to keep themselves up. going as well. But Sting looking their way. Celebrity Killers are aware of them as well. Not trying to move out too much here, as they might be looking for these elims themselves. On to Sting. If they lay low just good enough. But we shall wait and see, as now Sting going to be looking to make their way into the next zone. But they're going to be looking to go from the next bridge here, as the zone is closing down. So we're going to be seeing the third zone here soon. And see where it looks to favor. As Peak Esports need to make their way in. Ragebait might be looking their way here after hearing those shots on the hill. Cloudy going to be looking to get these meds, as he has no first aids, barely any bandages. 2 elims to his name. Looking towards Peak up there towards the hill, as the zone closes down completely. Nepal on top, still keeping themselves in the zone, being zone blessed majority of the time. Sombrero being spotted there by Banger, but Ninja going to get the knock there onto him, picking up their 6th elim. Now just down to Tio Nitro. Tio Nitro needs to be a little careful of Ninja. Ninja's a little more closer to the hill, so if he does spot him. But Cloudy and Banger could possibly spot him from the boot camp area, as Golden Phyra do lose another player there. Now just down to a duo. Celebrity Killers looking to make their way in here. Zillionares not too far away. Made in Nepal just up ahead as well. They're possibly going to spot Zillionares right next to them, moving out in the open, or even the cars. I think Verk does. But the rest of Celebrity Killers making their way in. Devil needing to heal up, but only just having bandages. Needing to loot this compound here. As Zillionares passing by. Verk being by himself right now, as he has players passing right next to him from Zillionares. Zillionares gonna be allowed passed by right now. Celebrity Killers needing to heal up, but Zillionaires looking to not just leave him there. So I think they did possibly hear him, but now they're gonna look to focus on just rotating in. Made in Nepal, hearing the cars there. They're going to start taking those shots. That's going to be Playboy Sway. Zillionaires flipping their car there, I think. That's useless. And Tech needing to put gas in their car. Ragebait taking the fight with the Eclipse Vanguard here now. Eclipse Vanguard just down to a duo. Banger looking to heal up right now, as the rest of Eclipse Vanguard, JC, and actually their trio here. Celebrity Killers taking a fight as well, getting taken one by one. Banger slowly going. Ninja needing to move back. Ninja gonna get knocked there by Lee Jang, as JC moving around. Nade's going out that way from Cloudy. Cloudy tagging him up there just a little bit. Gonna get that knock there onto JC. Needing to heal up here now, as zone is starting to tick a little more here. Banger not much meds either here, as the nades land there onto him, as he just has boosters. Pretos and Team Aces now looking to take a fight as well. Celebrity Killers just down to duos, as Banger gonna lay low here. He's aware of Lee King here. He has first aid, so they could possibly take him out, but nades being into Lee here. Lee might just look to throw that nade onto Banger in that shed, but Banger throwing nades towards his way as well. Banger gonna get knocked there, as now the likes of Ragebait gonna be eliminated there by Lee King Jung. As now let's head on over here towards Team Aces, as they're gonna be looking to try and gatekeep the likes of Pretos on top. Sting Esports gonna be looking to try to maybe make their way in here soon. Kaiser gonna get knocked there. Team Aces now have to act on getting this reset, as Drago looking to move around. Peak Esports gonna be eliminated there as well. Sting making their way across the bridge here, possibly here soon, making sure they get vehicles for everybody. Ace with 3 eliminations so far. as the likes of Peak are possibly going to get spotted here by Sting. Sting needing to be a little careful here as they're looking to push on to Pretos. Zohnny going to get knocked there. Sting looking to play full aggressive here. Nexus moving towards the backside. They need to be careful of the likes of Kinesis. Nexus taking shots. Hopeless going to be eliminated there. C's going to get in that knock. C's going to look for the thirst onto Nexus as well. As Sting just down to Ace and Mr. Flash. Kyrie throwing out some util. As now Ace is going to look to do the same. Molly's coming through here. As this might be the end of Aces. As Flash is the last one. Down to 1 HP. As Mr. Flash going to burn there. Ace looking to cook the nade. Team Aces looking at third party here. Pretos need to be careful as Ace looking to reload his shotgun. Maybe getting that knock, but that's going to be Pretos looking for the reset onto Zohnny and C's. But Team Aces looking to move in here, looking to eliminate Pretos here in just a second. Zohnny going to get eliminated, but that's going to be Pretos on top, eliminated there by Team Aces in the 9th place there. As now Zillionares and Nepal on top, getting into it there. As Rope is now the last player. Celebrity Killer is going to get eliminated there by Made in Nepal. Made in Nepal going to be looking towards Eclipse Vanguard next here. As their teammate look to hold off the duo. As Cypro does get revived by Zane. Playboy Sway trying to hold him off. He's needing this help from his teammate. As the duo from Eclipse Vanguard. Or from the trio of Eclipse Vanguard. Nepal on top does get taken out. Zane getting knocked there by Slaughter. As nades continue to come out. Playboy Sway getting tagged up there. As Playboy Sway gonna get knocked there by Velocity. Velocity looking at third party of this fight. Zone continuing favor down towards Aces here. Aces looking towards Nepal on top. Taking out Slime 2 there. Up to 9 eliminations. Now just a trio for Nepal on top. Team Aces here. Looking to try to continue on. Keeping themselves alive. Eclipse Vanguard. Up to 7 elims, looking for the next 2. As Lee King trying to avoid getting knocked there by Velocity as they look to join in, but not having any nades there. They'll throw on to Made in Nepal. They're going to look to focus on zone. Looking at Nepal on top. Zohang there in the car, looking to scout out. Basada moving up ahead, trying to spot him out here. As now they're making their way into the zone. So they're going to hop out. Taking some shots for Krishna. Krishna down to 1 HP. As Golden Phyra taking the fight as well as Eclipse Vanguard. Now going to take out the likes of Krishna. As now Nepal on top, just down to a duo. Golden Phyra down the hill from Team Aces. Team Aces looking their way for now. They're not trying to get too tunnel vision as they're looking to look around. They're looking to push onto Nepal on top. Drago fully here pushing up with the nade in hand. So Hank does get knocked there. Nade's coming out from Drago here. Looking. Turtle moving around. Turtle going to get the knock there onto Drago. Drago getting 2 tunnel vision there. Kaiser being knocked as well. Turtle looking to move out here. Asada getting the reset. Smoke's coming out. Deep looking to move around here as well. Try to get an angle here onto Turtle possibly. As he is going to find him. That's going to be Nepal on top. Taken out there by Team Aces. So now Team Aces need to make their way out. As everybody isn't in the zone. Team Aces having the better sight here of getting into the zone and onto these teams. Getting spotted there. As Clip Vanguard getting eliminated. Golden Phyra having the corner of the zone there. As they're now pushing out. Down below the hill of Team Aces. It's not being able to be seen here by Team Aces either. Team Aces need to move down the hill to get into the zone and use the util they have to take the fight with them guys. Golden Phyra gonna be looking to throw some util towards their way. Deep might be looking to do the same. Deep getting tagged up by the nades there as the rest of Team Aces looking to move out. As Deep now looking to use these nades to throw on to Golden Phyra. Dom getting tagged up there. Sauter low on HP. Kaiser moving out. As well as that's going to be Team Aces just down to Deep by himself. Team Aces getting falling apart here. piece by piece. Slaughter being spotted there as well. Slaughter down to 1 HP. Slaughter going to get knocked down. Dom, last player up for Golden Phyra, as that is going to be Team Aces eliminated, as Zane needing to play aggressive off of this now before they get the reset. As he's looking to move around here, looking to find out where Golden Phyra is. Slaughter crawling down. Zane being cautious right now. He's aware of Slaughter being picked up. DBS and M4. Gonna pull up the DBS here. Nade's going out his way. I'm gonna tag him up. Slaughter. That's gonna be Golden Phyra taking game number 3 here. Picking up another win. 7 eliminations this time. Made in Nepal taking second place with 8 eliminations. Team Aces going out in third there. Throwing everything away on that win, as they had more of the man advantage there. But Team Aces going out in third there with 8 eliminations. Eclipse Vanguard going out in fourth with 9. Nepal on top going out in 5th there with 4. Velocity going out in 6th with 1. Zillionares going out in 7th with 1. Celebrity Killers going out in 8th with 6 eliminations. Pretos on top, missing out on that top 8. Going out in 9th there with 4 eliminations to their name. So now we take a look at the rest of the results here now. As we are more than halfway done now. Infinity Reapers going out in 19th there with 0 eliminations. Take a look at stars of the match. Lee Kane going all out, 6 eliminations. Psych Bro with best companion, and Slaughter with the finisher there. So that's going to be game number 3 done there. We're going to be heading into the 4th match, Miramar. So do stay tuned for that, as well as the live results. Stay tuned for that, and yeah, we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we have the results here. Golden Phyra taking number 1 so far with 43 points. Team Ace is right behind them with 38. Nepal on top in third there with 32. Celebrity Killers staying in fourth there with 29. 19 to Pretos on top. Made in Nepal with 19 as well. 16 to Sting and Eclipse Vanguard there, keeping themselves in the top 8. But Dark Side Knights not too far away, just behind by 1 point. So these teams need to look to continue putting up points, especially if they're in that top 8 and close by to another team just below them that could kick them out of it. So shall see how the rest of these games go, as we have 2 more. We're going to be heading back into Miramar here and now. So do stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll be right back with the 4th game of the night. Alrighty, guys. We are going to be getting into game number 4 here. After seeing Golden Phyra taking another win, you know, putting up them points for themselves, making sure now, like, even if they go out early these next 2 games, I doubt they're going to be kicked out of the top 8, especially how the leaderboards go. With them have 43. Next team behind them is Team Aces with 38, the Celebrity Killers. And then, even then, their points are 29. And then it drops down to 19 and then 16. So, these teams are going to need wins and kills to even catch up to try and kick them out of that top 8. But they're looking to play very consistent so far with those 2 wins. And we do have 2 more games. As we have Miramar and then another Erangel. So we shall see how this 4th game goes. As we have Erangel next here. So we shall see how these games go. As we are going to be getting into this game here soon. If you guys are new to joining the stream as well, we are casting Pro Scrim League Spring Mini League. This is Group Blossom. Tomorrow I stream the next group. I don't really remember what group it is, but if you are playing in it, good luck. Best of luck to you guys to qualify in the top 8 to the next group. Well, the next stage into semis. As of right now, the top 8 for this group hasn't changed much. Eclipse Vanguard being the cutoff right now at 16 points. And we're getting back into Miramar here, so we shall see how it goes and how they look to continue to play it out. Are they going to be looking to keep on to the top 8 and making sure nobody else is able to pass them up? Or what are they going to be looking to do? So we are now going to get into the plane. So let's see how this plane path is going to be looking to go. As it is going to be starting over here, not too far below Terra Branca, going all the way to that west side there as well, just passing by El Pozo and Monte Nuevo. So we shall see what these teams look to do, where they're going to be looking to take, and what they're looking to fight for this map, or for the second Miramar here tonight. And see who's going to be looking to take it this time, because Golden Phyra took it the first time. So we shall see how this game goes here. Let's see how this goes, what fights we're going to get this time. Dark Side Knights and the likes of Sting landing right on top of one another. Once again here as Giga getting dragged up there by Nexus. Nexus looking to play aggressive. Mr. Flash looking to play aggressive here as well, picking up the first knock She gonna get pushed up on Nexus there, but Ace is gonna pick up that knock. As Sting Esports playing it aggressive this time, as Dark Side Knights just down to a duo, as they're down to 888 and Herbert, the last two alive for Dark Side Knights. They have a buggy not too far away, but Sting gonna be aware of their location, as now they're looking to play aggressive. Mr. Flash and Ace OP looking to move up here towards 888 and Herbert, as they're gonna be looking to throw some nades in here. Ace gonna avoid it there, as Eclipse Vanguard and Invincible getting into it as well now. As 888 does get knocked and thirsted, Sting looking to continuing on here, as Herbert, last player up here, Uzi and Win in his hands. Spot Nexus there. Nexus with the UMP. They're looking to push up. Herbert gets one down. There's 3 more to go, but that's going to be Sting taking out the squad of Dark Side Knights. As now we're going to head on over here towards the likes of Team Aces, a new generation. As they're looking to take a fight. Envy going to get knocked there. Now down to Reaper, Taj, and MO. Guys are up above, throwing some nades towards MO. MO avoiding those nades. Guys are trying to get those shots onto MO there as well. As Taj does get knocked there. That's going to be Sadara. Ninja. Reaper from side here as well. Reaper going to get knocked there. And that's going to be new generation eliminated. We shall see how this game continues to go. As teams are looking to drop a little quick here, as after losing 2 already. We have Invincible and Eclipse Vanguard right next to one another in La Cabaria here as well. So we shall see how this plays out. What is Eclipse Vanguard going to be looking to do? I do believe they did get a knock onto Invincible, but not being able to get the confirm. But are they going to be looking to continue to just sit here and wait for the fight to happen, or look to move into the zone? Because if they die out now, their spot in the top 8 could be taken. So we shall see how this goes. Let's take a look at the map here. It's first zone closing in right now. Los Leones being the center zone right now as well here for these teams. So we shall see how it goes. Here are some of these teams playing on edge for right now, and then the others outside of the zone. As we shall see how this goes between Eclipse Vanguard, Zillionares driving that way as well, so they need to be a little careful here, looking for cars right now, as they only have a Bing bus and a buggy. They're looking to change on Eclipse Vanguard, losing a player there. That's going to be Lee Min-ho getting eliminated there already. Invincible picking him off. That's going to be finisher there. This could be what ends the likes of Zillionares passing by here. Gonna look to reroute JC over here, avoiding taking the shots. This finisher does get knocked there. That's got to be Chong Wei picking up the knock on. As Lee is looking to push up here right now. Gets the knock there onto Ultron. Invincible now just down to Ogs and SK. SK behind a rock right now, avoiding these players. Ogs across the road. Zillionares gonna look to third party this fight. But if I was them, I'd just head into the zone. This fight is not worth it here, especially if you do start taking some loss. You're gonna put yourself in a bigger trouble than they already are. So shall see how this goes. SK does get knocked there by JC. Now it's just down to Ox here now. A Winchester in his hand. The only hope for his survival, as he does now get a UMP as well. So we shall see how this looks to continue to play out for him. As finisher is slowly just bleeding out. Eclipse Vanguard just gonna leave him be there in the building as he continues to slowly bleed out, as they look for their revenge for their teammate. As this zone is about to close, Team Aces do take a knock there by Celebrity Killers. Celebrity Killers now looking for that elimination. Now they're going to look to make a rotation into the zone here. So we shall see how this continues to go for them, especially after having such a good first game, but now slowly just falling off there, but making sure they stay in the top 8 there. But they're not too careful. They could just completely fall out of it if they go out super early and these other bottom teams pick up the Elam replacement points. Might just get pushed out, as now Sting looking to take a fight with Rain Esports. Nexus healing up right now. Ace slowly looking to push on to EB. EB's aware of his location as EB throws a nade onto Ace. He's gonna get the knock, gonna be looking for the thirst there as Mr. Flash as well. Getting tagged up there. He's aware of EB there. EB jumping around the corner. Sting falling apart right now. Arima gonna get knocked there by Mr. Flash. That's now it's down to Nexus and Hopeless. Hopeless gonna be the last hope for the team now between him and EB. He's gonna look to put up a need for now to throw on EB. EB moving around. That's gonna be Rain eliminated, as now Sting is gonna be looking for the rest. Is here as Infinity Reapers taking a fight here with Pretos. Celebrity Killers and Team Aces continuing on their fight. Sauter gonna get knocked now down to Deep and Drago, but Celebrity Killers picking up those knocks and thirst there, as 4x4 are knocked, as well as Verk. Drago gonna be eliminated there as well, but now it's just down to Deep. Deep trying to get the thirst there on to Celebrity Killers. Slay gonna look for the resets here. Trying to get out of there. Deep getting tagged up. Verk gonna be looking to be revived. Devil gonna be looking to push up towards Deep to keep him occupied for now. Deep trying to heal up. Ragebait taking a fight with Nepal on top as well. So we shall see how this goes here. As Devil looking to cook up a nade right now. Gonna look to throw it on to Deep here. Nade goes out. Deep getting tagged up there, but that's gonna be Devil getting knocked and thirsted. But the rest of the Celebrity Killers moving in here. Bert gonna take a little bit of damage there. Needs to be careful. Deep cooking up a nade there. Pulling out the DBS, but that's gonna be Team Aces eliminated. Celebrity Killers picking up another elimination there to their name. As now, Celebrity Killers up to 4 elimination. Ragebait over here on the side, and the ball on top. Looking for possibly another game here after their win. Not picking up much points either afterwards. Now they're looking to try to have another game. The zone closing in here, as it is just stage 2. Not going to be doing much damage, but stage 3 might take a little quicker and so on. But the further you are from the zone, the harder it's going to be to survive. as she might pass through some teams or just players who are going to be looking to spray you down. As Ragebait now looking to take a fight with the likes of Sting. Sting looking at third party. They pick up a knock onto LWJ. Banger possibly going to be looking to move back to get that reset onto their teammate or just to get out of there. As Sting is looking to make the push up here. Hopeless already up ahead here. Banger going to be right there next to him. As Hopeless going to jump out here. Pulling out the M4. Going to switch to the DBS. Bread trying to help out here. Banger tagging up there. Banger going to get the knock there onto Hopeless. Hopeless gonna get thirsty there now. Banger winning the 1v1. Gonna look for the reset here now. On to LWJ. As Nexus and Mr. Flash, last two alive. As Bread spotting them out there. Nexus gonna look to heal up and look to get out of there. As Sting or look to just wait to see where the zone goes and just move to the zone. Golden Phyra and Los Leones are now right next to Celebrity Killers. 4x4 being careful on when they move. Los Leones now again pushed to the edge, but Celebrity Killers and Golden Phyra sharing the center of zone right now. So we shall see how they look to play this out for the meantime. Golden Phyra gonna start taking those shots. They get a knock on third. Gonna look for the thirst there immediately. So now it's just down to Slay and 4x4. Slay getting tagged up there, but not getting knocked. Avoiding that there. Nexus possibly gonna hear that. Pretos as well. As you see the zone, we're gonna head over here towards Extreme Rain, right next to the likes of Invincible. So what's left of Invincible, anyways. Ox being the last one alive. Steezy gonna be taken out to the play zone due to being AFK there. But it's better to go out to the play zone than die to another team, especially if you're AFK. But things happen. But it's not the best or what you want as a team, especially since more than likely you're gonna want all 4 players alive. Especially for that end game to have all man advantages. But we now shall wait and see how the rest of this game goes out. Celebrity Killers taking some nades there by the likes of Golden Phyra. Golden Phyra looking to push up. Tuck's gonna get knocked there by 4x4. 4x4 gets that Elim as well. Dom and Slaughter right next to him there. Slaughter getting tagged up there by the nades. Looking to take the 1v1. 4x4. Looking to try to use the DBS, but not being able to connect. Nades going out there. That's not where 4x4 is. Slaughter. Dom looking to try and help out here. Slaughter's going to look to use the first aid here for now. 4x4 not going for the reset. Looking to take the fight. Gonna spot Slaughter there. Look for the knock and thirst. 6 eliminations for Celebrity Killers. 4x4 looking for the heal up right now. Slay still bleeding out. Trying to keep himself alive. Slay just hoping that his teammate wins this with the DBS. As Nades are still coming out here. Gonna look to maybe try to get the reset here onto Slay to help him out as Golden Phyra down to just a duo now. 1 elimination just so far, but they need to be careful. Look to just regroup here for now to not give any areas up. Made in Nepal looking towards the likes of Velocity right now. So we shall see what they look to do as the zone is closing down for the meantime. Down to 14 teams. Still quite a bit of players up here. They need these players to start going out to try and pick up some more kills and placement here. So we shall see how this goes. they do still get zoned, but Eclipse Vanguard just right behind them for now, as now Eclipse Vanguard having the edge of zone, trying to keep their tourney dreams alive with the 3 kills they have, looking for some more points. Zillionares, not too far from the center of zone either, just very little teams in the zone. Celebrity Killers and Golden Phyra need to make their way in. Infinity Reapers as a trio looking to do the same right now. So we shall see. Dom, we're going to grab the car here for Golden Phyra. Abigail going to look to move down towards Celebrity Killers as they're looking to maybe take them out here before making their way in. As Made in Nepal looking towards the team below, towards Eclipse Vanguard. But Celebrity Killers have something right up ahead of them here. Abigail and Dom. Dom getting tagged up by the nades. So we shall see how this goes. Dom's going to look to heal up for now. Abigail going to look to pull the nade pin out here to see if they can connect there. As the nade doesn't do any damage. Gonna pre-fire there, making sure nobody is going to be able to move around that corner. Hair player up on the top side. That's 4x4. Still cooking up some nades here. Still has a nade and a molly. Still has the DBS as well. Nepal on top and Zillionaires now looking to take the fight. 4x4 DBS in here. Here's the players outside. Abigail low on HP as well as 4x4. 4x4 needing to be careful there as Dom getting tagged up. Nade almost catching the likes of 4x4. 4x4 playing around with the DBS. Dom low on HP. Dom looking to move in. That's going to be Dom getting knocked. This duo from Celebrity Killers. Abigail gonna get the knock there on 4x4. Slay gonna look to push up onto Abigail right now. Or actually look to just get the revive here onto 4x4. Does Abigail have any nades? Abigail, by the looks of it, doesn't have any nades. 4x4 gonna be almost fully reset there. But Slay's gonna get knocked there now. As now it's just down to 4x4. Nades going out there now. As 4x4 is the last one up. Dom looking to maybe be revived here. As 4x4 need to try to end things here. The zone does pop. Abigail in a little bit of zone there. 4x4 does spot him there. No needs or molly in the bag. Abigail moving around. 4x4. Looking to push up as Dom's looking to be revived. 4x4 going to throw some smokes out here as Dom being revived for now. 4x4 moving around here as Abigail gets that reset. Dom looking to try to heal up. Now 4x4 is going to be aware that they got the reset. Molly's going out here. 4x4 going to move around. Dom getting back up there. Abigail as well, but that's going to be 4x4 eliminated by Golden Phyra as Peak Esports looking their way as well. Eclipse Vanguard getting pushed up upon right now as that's going to be Eclipse Vanguard getting taken out by Nepal on top. Pretos on top taking a fight as well with Extreme Rain. Extreme Rain just down to Scar here now as Yui and Tags are looking to be revived. Sting right up above as now it's just Mr. Flash. He's looking for the elimination there onto Yui, looking to throw some mollies out here now onto the car towards Tags and Scar. Flash trying to be careful here of these other teams from Velocity. Shots coming out from that way. Yui making it across, or Tags actually making it across there. Tags and Yui gonna bleed out there. It's Mr. Flash here being the gatekeeper right now as Ragebait looking to join in here. Shots for Scar. Bread's gonna get that knock. But LWJ gonna get knocked in return. But Zone coming in here. Tags looking to make the push up here onto Flash. Not something you want to do. Tags low on HP. But Flash is gonna look to make the push up here. That's gonna be Tags though with 1 HP. Gonna be taking out Mr. Flash there as Tags making his way in. Golden Phyra still up alive as well. Velocity looking towards Ragebait right now. Go moving over the hill right now. They have 4 nades, not looking to use them. Unux fight Evil and Goat here. They still have the zone in the top 6 situation. 3 elims for now. Peak still alive as a 4-man, 4 eliminations. Made in Nepal, still a 4-man as well. Now need to pick up their teammates, Zane and Psych Bro, as they have taken a knock. But Zillionares now looking to make a push up here. Zillionares looking for it this time. Now Trashy does get knocked. Useless gonna get knocked as well. Tag pushing up as well now. But Made in Nepal taken apart 1 by 1. Psych Bro and Zane looking to be revived. Psych Bro needing to start getting rest here as he's bleeding out quick. Playboy Sway is gonna look for that revive as Psych Bro and Zane getting reset here. Roll up. Last player up here. He has 1 nade. Maybe he can land it on top here, but Made in Nepal aware of him as they are getting reset here. Full HP. That nade does go out. He's going to be eliminated there as Mr. Zoro does get saved there by Playboy Sway. So now they're going to look to loot up as Peak. Going to look to move up in front here as well. Moving towards Velocity as Golden Phyra, the duo, looking to move in as well. Velocity not in the best situation here, but having all these teams surround them, what's going to help them out. Banger going to be looking to cook up some needs here to throw into the divot here. Psych Bro picking up a knock on Tahiti. Still going to throw some util out as Peak taking some knocks. Velocity need to hold off the likes of Ragebait. Banger needs to be careful there. Does he spot Evil? He does spot Evil. Picks up that knock. Looking to move in even more. Looking towards a Nuxify. Set up to a Goat. Goat gets that knock. Bread moving towards Golden Phyra. Golden Phyra getting favored towards the zone right now. 4 eliminations toward the name. Gonna hear Bread moving up here. Gonna pull up the DBS as Bread pushes up here. As that's gonna be Ragebait eliminated. Now it's a 2v3 situation between Velocity and Golden Phyra. Golden Phyra need to move up more closer towards the edge. Dom gonna look to up or loot up here actually. Gonna look to throw some smokes out as that's all they have as util. Abigail has 1 smoke. Full of 3 here for now. 2v3 is this gonna be the Velocity game? Is Velocity now looking to use some util? Golden Phyra trying to stay consistent after the last game. Possibly maybe look for a 3rd win to make sure the top spot is going to be theirs. Abigail going to look to try to avoid nades. Dom's going to get knocked there. As now it's just down to Velocity and Abigail. So need to be careful not get knocked as the DBS isn't going to save the likes of Abigail there. So that's going to be Velocity finally picking up some points there after having very bad games the first 3. But is it going to be enough to be able to push them up? As they have 16 points, but some of these teams putting up some points there for themselves. As the bottom line was 16, but Eclipse picking up those elims as well as the other teams doing the same. Golden Phyra picking up 2nd place there with 5 eliminations. Ragebait taking 3rd with 3. Peak taking 4th there with 7. Made in Nepal going out in 5th with 8. Zillionares going out in 6th with 2. Extreme Rain going out in 7th with 4. Nepal on top going out in 8th with 3. And Sting picking up 8 eliminations, but missing out on that top 8 there. Now we're going to look at the rest of the results here. As the first team eliminated is going to be Dark Side Knights going out with 0 eliminations. Stars of the match going to be Goat going all out. Slay with best companion and Goat with the finisher. That's going to be game number 4. We are going to be going into the very last game here now, so do stay tuned for that as we're going to go back into Erangel. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys. Here's the fourth results. Golden Phyra still setting in first, 54 points. Team Aces in second, still with 43. Nepal on top in third with 36. Celebrity Killer still in fourth there with 35. Made in Nepal in fifth with 30. Sting Esports in sixth with 24. Velocity pushing themselves up in that seventh place there with 22. Pretos on top, pushing themselves up in top 8 with 20. Ragebait not too far behind. Eclipse Vanguard being pushed out there, only 19 points. As you see, it is still, you're still able to get pushed out of that top 8 with not being having very much good games. I mean, you might have one or two bad games and pick up a few kills in the next, but you're gonna have to do something for the last few games, especially this game. Especially like some like Ragebait being tied with Pretos on top. You don't want to be dying early. You want to pick up those elims, but you don't want to die early. But with that being said, we're gonna be right back for the very last game. So do stay tuned for that. And yeah, do enjoy this last game. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna be getting into the last game here tonight. As you've seen, Golden Phyra still holding on to that top spot. And some of these teams have changed from the top 8. Pretos and Velocity pushing into the top 8. Eclipse Vanguard getting pushed out. Ragebait not too far either. Tied up with Pretos on top in that top 8. So we shall see how this game goes. Some of these teams are going to be safe those top 3 especially should be safe. Unless the team tends to end up just fragging out and getting first place, pushing themselves up even more and to that top 8. But with that being said, we shall wait and see how this goes, as we're going to be getting into the last game here for the night. This game should be starting here in just a minute, as there was a minute added, so some players or teams can get in here now, as should see how this goes, as this is the last game. And what some of these teams are going to look to do, are they going to look to play aggressive and give them more of a better of a chance of getting into the semis? Or what shall we see here? It's just going to be starting here now as we head back into Erangel. Alrighty, now let's see how this goes, guys. This last game, let's see who's looking to take this last game for themselves. Who is wanting it the most, or who is just wanting to, get this done and over with? Because we might see a few hot drops, but we shall see. Let's see how this goes. So now let's take a look at the plane, as it is going to start on the east side, but it's going to be a little bit horizontal going through George Pole there, and all those southern areas like Military or Milta, Primorsk, all those areas going to be a lot harder to get to for these teams, especially if they go down towards like Military. But we shall wait and see how this goes, as it is last game. So yeah. Let's see how this goes, where everybody is going now. So we do have quite a few teams here. In Razak, we have Nepal on top, Invincible, Finisher looking to push out already, and Peak Esports here as well. 2 teams, 3 teams actually towards Apartments. And yeah, we shall see how this goes. We might have quite a few early teams eliminated. Reaper going to get knocked there by Extreme Rain, as New Generation 1 to 3 now. Envy in the bad spot there. Scar going to pick up that knock. Going to look for the Thirst as well. Picking up 2 eliminations already on to New Generation. Nepal on top, losing Krishna and Razak. Razak being the center of zone right now as well, as that is going to be few going to get knocked down there, as you get Thirsted. Scar losing a lot of AD there. Tags pushing up with the S12 MO in that corner. Going to look to hop out there. Going to jump down as Yui pulling out the pump. Ball on top and into it there. Tag's going to look to jump down from the backside. New Generation down to one player, but Dark Side Knights looking to push up onto this as Scar needing to be careful, gonna get tagged up by that one. Yui as well as Dark Side Knights now just up against Scar. That's gonna be the likes of Extreme Rain eliminated. Nepal on top. Now looking to face off against Made in Nepal. 3 eliminations. Turtle, Sohing, and Slime. Last ones alive. Losing their teammate. But Slime and Sohing a little split up from their teammate. Playboy Sway gonna be eliminated there as well. Between getting tagged up there. 1 HP. As now Made in Nepal gonna look to turn their direction that way. Sight Bro looking to fully heal up here as Zane heals up as well. So they're gonna be looking to make this push up. Slime looking to take those shots, but gonna start receiving some shots back here from Sight Bro. Sight Bro's gonna look to cook up some needs here to throw towards the roof. Slime gonna be on the side there, but Slime gonna get knocked. Zane down to 1 HP. Gonna get knocked there actually. As Nepal on top, pushing up. As that's gonna be Nepal on top just now down to Turtle. As Made in Nepal looking for the resets here. Team Aces looking to take a fight with Peak Esports as Drago down here in the compound in the outskirts of Razak as Peak looking to try to push up, but Peak now going to start getting shot at by the rest of Team Aces. Drago needing to be careful here, can't peek over due to the others. Kaiser looking to push in, Rain and Ragebait looking to get in a fight. Kaiser going to pass by, but not going to look to stop, but look to turn back around towards his teammate possibly here, but he's going to look to set on the hill though. Turtle going to be eliminated there as well by Made in Nepal. Sombrero going to get spotted there now. Drago needing to be careful. Going to hop back inside. As well. Going to run into the lines of Heedy and Sombrero eliminated. And now it's down to Little. There's going to be the likes of Peak. Eliminated is now Made in Nepal looking to chime in here. Full trio here. Hyper low on HP. Hyper just setting in the car. He does cross Daughter up, but that's going to be the likes of Made in Nepal eliminated there by Team Aces. Team Aces up to 7 eliminations already. Dark Side Knights looking that way as well now. As JC from Eclipse Vanguard needs to be careful as it's him and Kang Jung. Velocity looking for these elims. As Rain and Ragebait looking to take their fight. Ragebait losing bread, but Rain getting the full reset. As Rain is looking to play aggressive this game. Needing these points to try and qualify. These kills are important as well as placement. Pretos gonna look to just set around as Rain not too far away. Kyrie getting pushed up on here. Not there. Pulling out the shotgun, but it's gonna get knocked there. Rain's gonna look for that elimination there on to Pretos. Golden Phyra over here looking to join in onto Velocity. Velocity now just down to Unixify, Evil, and Goat. Golden Phyra picking up 2 eliminations from Eclipse Vanguard. They take out Velocity. They might just end up ruining Velocity's tourney dream. But we shall see as Velocity now just down to a trio. Golden Phyra gonna leave it be. JC might be looking to just set still here as him and Lee King Jung are the last 2, but Golden Phyra gonna be looking to move around. Gonna spot Evil there. Evil low on HP, but now Lee King Jung gonna look to try and third party, but this isn't what you really want to do. Pretos gonna lose another player. Slaughter gonna switch seats, looking for that knock, but that's gonna be Golden Phyra eliminated. As now Velocity aware of them. Pretos down to just a duo. Rain looking to play aggressive. Team Aces looking towards Dark Side Knights. Dark Side Knights just down to Chiga. Chiga low on HP. Team Aces 10 eliminations already, looking to have an amazing game now as they're looking towards Chiga now from Dark Side Knights. This is more than likely going to end Dark Side Knights' stream deep looking to push in, throwing a nade out. Chiga getting tagged up. DBS in hand of Deep. Deep gonna spot him, pushing out. Useless gonna get knocked there. Sting looking to take out Ragebait as well. We're gonna stay here on to Aces for now. Aces looking to take out Chiga. From Kaiser, gonna knock his own teammate. As that is gonna be the likes of Darkside Knights eliminated. Head on over here towards Zillionares, or actually Sting Esports, as they're looking to take the fight with Ragebait. Rain looking to chime in here as well. As Hopeless and Sting, last one's alive. Rain gonna be looking towards Ragebait now. And Bot gonna get knocked there. Hopeless gonna get knocked in return as well. Now just down to Nexus, EB, and Arima moving around. Nexus gonna be looking to try to get out of dodge here. Now Rain looking to chase him down. Nexus. Some shots for EB, gets the knock there. As Bama Boy's looking to make the push up. Bama Boy's gonna get knocked there. Rain just down to a solo now as Arima gonna be looking to try to get the reset there onto their teammate, but Nexus is gonna use this time to look for the hill up. But he did pop a tire onto that coop. He's gonna look to grab EB's coop here. Try to get out of dodge there now. Nexus trying to keep Sting alive, but giving Rain possibly opportunities to pick up their teammate. As Hopeless still knocked right now, might look to get revived. EB gonna look to move out. That's Nexus. Maybe looking to get the revive onto Hopeless. Hopeless does need to start moving around, as that's gonna be hard. Picking up a knock there onto Rain. Rain is now just down to EB. Bot gonna get thirsty there. No heart. With that elimination, Hopeless gonna bleed out. Now just down to Nexus for Sting. 4 eliminations for Sting right now, down to the top 10. Aces looking to continue playing aggressive here, picking up a knock onto Zillionaires. 11 eliminations already. EB gonna take out No Heart. Sadara and Drago Deep still in the compound for now, as Aces looking towards Zillionaires' way. Sadara gonna look up for that knock and thirst there, getting the double thirst immediately. Deep still in the compound. Kaiser over there by the gas station where Tech 24K is, as he does spot him. Gonna look to spot him out there. 13 elims. Kaiser with Kaiser looking towards Tech right now. Tech trying to get out of there. Tech half HP now. Looking to have the game of the night here, as now Nexus and EB might be looking to take a fight with one another, as Pretos on top and Eclipse Vanguard now taking a fight, as JC and Lee King picking up another elimination. Tragedy and Tech last 2 alive. Celebrity Killers looking to push towards Aces, Zillionaires, and Velocity run into one another as well. Tragedy taking out Goat there, as now Velocity just down to a duo, Evil and Unify. Deep gonna look to try and regroup with their teammate, possibly gonna be that little off angle from his team, as Deep gonna get a knock onto Slay. Devil getting pushed up on. That's gonna be Burt getting knocked there by Deep as well, but Deep gonna get knocked in return by 4x4, as they need to look to try and do some. Sadara is gonna look to come out and help. 4x4 making the push up. Sadara gonna look to crash into 4x4, pulling out the odds. As 4x4 pulling out the S12, getting the knock onto Sadara and Deep action. As now Devil looking to move in. Team Aces need to start moving here, or they're gonna lose 2 players deep. DC and now, as Kaiser and Drago last 2 up. Devil gonna look to try to get the reset onto their teammate. 4x4 right up ahead of Drago now. Drago gonna pass by, but not look to stop, as he's gonna look to just cross the bridge here. I don't really know what Drago's doing, as he's giving these kills on his teammates away and just giving 4x4 the time to heal up. And Team Aces, what are you guys doing? You have 14 eliminations, just letting your teammates bleed out and just letting these players get the reset onto Slate, making them a 3-man. Now down to Kaiser, getting tagged up there. Kaiser and Drago. What are you guys doing? Throwing this fight away, giving it to Celebrity Killers. Giving Celebrity Killers their advantage now. You may have kills, but Celebrity Killers have the man advantage. Looking to try to take you out. Drago gonna get taken out. Kaiser now being the last one alive. Ace is throwing everything away here. Yeah, you have 14. Now you're just going to be left down to a solo. And Celebrity Killer's just going to be looking for you. As Nexus might be the one to find you instead. As he hears that buggy. Just going to leave it be. Zillionares. Rain taking a fight here with the Eclipse Vanguard. Rain up to 8 eliminations. Just down to EB here. JC throwing some nades out. Throwing out nade once again here to throw on to EB. EB push out. Nade going out. EB gonna get tagged up by it. Going up to 7. That's gonna be Rain Esports eliminated there by Eclipse Vanguard. JC keeping his team alive. Pretos just down to Donnie. Donnie and the team has 0 eliminations. Sting or Nexus anyways, looking to push up towards Celebrity Killers right now. Bottom 4x4 low. There. Celebrity Killers might be looking to towards Nexus. Nexus tagging up Devil there as well. Devil gonna look to move towards his car. He's gonna look to throw some smokes out. Maybe start looking to use some more nades. Or just gonna look to get out of dodge there now. As Celebrity Killers have the man advantage. Zillionares taking the center of zone. Top 8 right now. 15 alive. Nexus almost going down into the river. Celebrity Killers looking to move his way. Devil gonna pass 5 to Nexus. That's gonna be Sting Esports eliminated. Celebrity Killers up to 4 eliminations. 4x4 with all 4 of those as well. Looking to add some more points onto the board for them. Infinity Reapers alive this time. Not being eliminated just yet. Still alive. Instead of being eliminated early. So we shall see how this game goes with the 7 teams we have alive for now. It's Infinity Reapers 4-man. Team Aces is a solo. Pretos a solo. Eclipse Vanguard a solo. Zillionaires a duo. Celebrity Killers a trio. And Velocity a duo as well. A lot of these teams that we're hoping to stay alive and, you know, try and get a spot into the next stage, the semis, but being eliminated early, not being able to do so. We're gonna head over here towards Zillionaires, taking out Kaiser. Tragedy looking to take some shots towards a car. Now Celebrity Killers and Velocity take a fight. They pick up a knock onto one and to the other. As 4x4 continue to pick up these elims for his team with 5 of them. Might just be the next top fragger here. We shall see how this goes. Slay getting close here towards Zillionaires. Zillionaires are split up as a duo. Tragedy could possibly get crashed, and Tech is going to be a lot harder for him to try and help out. Infinity Reapers being zone blessed there. They need these elims as well as the win here to possibly even maybe make up for all those other games, as they have 0 elims. So I mean, this win really isn't going to mean anything if they don't go for the elims. As Slay's going to lose a tire, trying to knock him out as he's down to 1 HP, keeping himself up, but Tech's going to get the knock there. As Infinity Reapers looking for the third, but not being able to connect. Devil and 4x4 the last 2. JC, the solo from Eclipse Vanguard, trying to do something here, trying to pick up some elims. Top 5 now. So we have 2 solos, 2 duos as well as a full squad. And so 4 celebrity killers going to be looking to chase down the solo JC from Eclipse Vanguard. Devil going to switch to the On right now, taking some shots towards JC. They want the elimination here. Taking the shots towards the car, trying to blow it up for now. JC try to get out of there. His car is going to be blowing up as his car is now flipping there right in front of Devil. As that's going to be 4x4, getting the run over up to 6 eliminations now. Becoming the new MVP. So now celebrity killers just going to look to continue driving around in their Bugatti here. We're going to move towards Infinity Reapers here, possibly. Maybe the back compound, as they do have a solo over there. Devil and 4x4. Knight. Car getting shot at, taking a little damage. Gonna look this off here. 4x4. Gonna get knocked there. Knight gonna pick up, or Devil gonna pick up the knock there onto Knight. Look for the thirst. It's the rest of Infinity Reapers looking to make a move here. Devil needing to heal up as Infinity Reapers making the crash here. So that's going to be Infinity Reapers picking up 2 eliminations. Celebrity Killers eliminated. 1 more solo and a duo. So they have 3 more elims that they can possibly pick up here to end off the night. But we shall wait and see here for the meantime. Tragedy looking to be chased out right now by Jack here. Zillionares trying to find a spot in the zone. Has a duo. Tragedy just trying to stay alive for the team. Infinity Reapers not allowing it as a trio. Jack switching his guns out here. As Zillionaires gonna look to take that compound. But our Infinity Reapers gonna look to play aggressive towards it. Or just leave it be. Unlucky with the buggy. Gonna be looking to reverse it. Noops with the McLaren here. Nice. Infinity Reapers. Jack gonna spin out there low on HP. 1 HP. Zillionaires gonna get the knock there. As Infinity Reapers cooking up a nade. As it just down to pure Noops right now. Looking to throw a nade out. Gonna get the knock there on to Tech. Now just down to Tragedy. Tragedy needs to be careful of these nades being on the backside as he does get spotted. Missing out on those nades. As Zillionaires gonna pick up that win there with those elims. 6 elims now just down to a 2v1 between them and Pretos. Infinity Reapers throwing that fight as they go out in third there with not many eliminations. Zillionaires getting their reset. Gonna be looking to possibly search out for this last player with their 6 elims they have to try and move on to semis. That's Tech. Gonna be looking to loot up. Maybe looking for some more meds for the meantime here. Or just ammo. Now they're gonna look out. Donnie gonna start taking some shots. Zillionaires gonna look to make the crash here onto Donnie now. Tragedy gonna look to hop out. Gonna look to cook up some nades here. Gonna look to throw the nade off the door frame there. Nades coming out. Nades being thrown off the wall. As Donnie continue moving on the backside. Tragedy gonna look to just hop into the McLaren as these nades continue coming out. They're gonna look to focus on the zone. Just try and gatekeep Donnie. Donnie needing to be careful here because now Zillionaires are gonna look to chase. Tragedy is gonna look to chase as he's gonna start receiving shots there from the others. That's Tragedy. Needs to be careful there. Strategy's going to get sprayed out of the car, but his teammate going to come clutch there. As that's going to be Pretos on top, taken out. That's going to be Zillionares picking up 7 eliminations on the win. Pretos going out in second with 0 elims. Infinity Reapers in third with 2, throwing the win completely. Celebrity Killers going out in fourth there with 8. Eclipse Vanguard going out in fifth there with 4. Velocity going out in sixth with 2. Team Aces going out in seventh there with 14. Sting Esports going out in 8 with 4. Rain missing out on that top 8, going out with 8 eliminations. So now we take a look at the rest of the results here now. So we do get to the bottom. Extreme Rain going to be the first team eliminated with 3 eliminations to their name. So now we take a look at stars of the match. Kaiser going all out with 6. Kaiser with best companion, and then Tech with the finisher there. So that's going to be last game. We'll be right back with the final unofficial results. So do stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we got the last unofficial results here. Team Aces ending out in first place there by just 1 point, 58 points to their name. And then Golden Phyra in second with 57. Celebrity Killers in third with 47. Nepal on top with 37. Made in Nepal in fifth there with 36. Zillionares making it into the top 6 there with 31. Sting in seventh there with 29. And then Velocity barely making it in there, tied for that top 8 between Pretos on top and Eclipse Vanguard, but barely surviving there. If Eclipse Vanguard survived even longer to pick up one more placement point, or even if Pretos won that game, they would have been pushed out, or even picked up an elim from that. If they got that elim onto Zillionaires, they would have been pushed out there. They are lucky that Pretos didn't get that elim. But that is your top 8 who are going to be moving on to semis. As that's going to be first group for the night. There's going to be another group tomorrow. So do stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys then. And yeah, that is going to be it for me tonight. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.